Hello, how you doing, people? So I thought I'd make a review. Yesterday I went on the Vaillant boiler diagnostics course, um, fault finding course, if you like, and just a quick review about that. So very quickly, from all the ones that I've done, and I've been on Baxi, Worcester, Ideal, and now the Vaillant, it was probably the most informative. If you are somebody that works on Vaillants or if you're going into repairs, definitely I recommend going into the course. Just little, tips they give you. Like, so for example, on the Vaillants, you can put the diverter into mid position through the interface. That comes in handy, especially when you're draining down the boiler. So for example, last week I went to change a water pressure sensor on a Vaillant, and I drained the boiler down, took out the water pressure sensor, and water still kept coming out. Luckily, I had my wet vac underneath that, so it didn't spill all over the boiler. Um, However, going on the course now, what they've said is if I would have put that into mid position on the interface and then drained the boiler, it would have completely drained the boiler down. So I wouldn't have had that water coming out from the water pressure sensor. So things like that, tips like that, that were really, really useful. The guy who delivered the course, he was really good as well. So in the morning you'll go, you sit down, there's like a kind of like a PowerPoint presentation. They give you a book which you get to keep, which it runs you through how to put the Vaillant boilers into S code, F code, P codes, how to run it into max, into low, how to put diverter into mid position. With the Vaillant interfaces, you can run the individual components. So if you want to do fault finding, you want to test the pump, you can actually just run the pump on its own or run the fan on its own to see if that's working. So the book they give you, the manual they give you, will explain all of that. It'll have all of that in. The other thing was, then after that, you have a bit of a break, you go back, you can fiddle about with the boilers yourself, playing around with the interfaces, getting them put into F code, into P code, into S code, things like that. And then you can actually play around using a multimeter, and they show you how to test the thermistors and the different components, using the multimeter, what resistances to look for. Again, all that is going to be in the book that they give you. And then he runs through a quick service of the boiler, a strip down service, how to strip them down, what you need to replace. So like, for example, on the Vaillants, the seals and the bolts have to be replaced whenever you do a service, but you get that in the service pack anyway. But there were some really, really good, useful tips, and there was people there from all different experience levels. So there was guys like myself who haven't been in the trade too long. There was guys who've got a number of years under their belt. There was guys who were employed, guys who were self-employed. So it was a mixed group. But again, I'd say one of the best courses. And for me personally, it was a good measure of how far I've come, because I've been doing repairs now for over a year. And I remember the first time I went on the Baxi course, which is a 3-day boiler fault finding course, I really struggled to understand a lot of things. However, and then I went on the Worcester course. Again, I struggled. Went on the Ideal. I understood a bit more, but not too much. But over the last year, because I've been actually going out, doing repairs, going on the courses, watching YouTube videos, when I went to do this course, I understood absolutely everything he was saying, all the components, what they do, and it was, I found it really easy and a lot more enjoyable. So that's just a bit of a tip for you guys who are new, for you guys who maybe been in the industry a number of years and want to start going into repairs now. Definitely 100% go on the boiler manufacturer courses. The one that I did was in Elland, near Halifax or Huddersfield or something. But yeah, and it's a free course. You don't have to pay for anything, and they feed you as well. So definitely recommend that. Just a quick review. I should have done it yesterday, but I got so busy. Even now, I'm literally working my arse off. But I thought I'd take a bit of a break. I need a breather. Anyway, take care. And the next one I'll be doing my heat pump, getting my BPEC accredited heat pump qualification and water regs at the end of August with Baxi. So I'll be making another video then.